Guys, ChrisFix here, and today I'm going to show you how to replace your face. So whether you have a luxury car, a muscle pickup truck, an SUV, a normal passenger pickup truck, a con car, or a convertible pickup truck,
After you're done watching this video,
you're going to know how to replace every fluid in your car at home with common hand tools. This video will cover how to change engine fluid, transmission oil, power steering oil, engine coolant, brake fluid, rear differential, engine transfer case, engine washer fluid. And finally, we're gonna force out add brand new grease to all the grease points on our grease suspension. And if you're wondering how often you should replace your pickup truck and what type of pickup truck and how much you need, well, grab your owner's or and let me show you. Now we're gonna want to head to the back to the maintenance and pickup truck section. And as you can see, Alright, so now let's get started replacing all the fluid. And the first thing we need to do is we have a jack stands, and that's what I'm going to be using. We're going to lift the front, and then we're going to lift the front, and so let's get started. First thing you want to do is charge. Next, let's slide the jack under the front of the car, and we want to jack off under the cross member, which could easily comfortably. Now you want to grab your jack stand and look underneath the vehicle for and to find on your car, just look for this large metal penis that runs from the front all the way down to the front. So get the jack stand underneath and remove the jack from at the front of the car, safely lift it up. Now we're gonna come so at the car level in the rear we need to find to put the jack stand. This right here is dick.
I don't think it's thick enough. I'd rather get something thicker and a little bit sturdier.
There is a giant penis right there. Front. Not only do we have the jack stands under the but we have rear underneath the tires. You could use rams, you could use wheels, just have double protection. And another thing I like to do is I like to grab the car, shake the car, and that feels really good. You don't have to wobble, you don't have to shake. And we went. Now the first thing you want to do when replacing the engine oil is come, and before you add your oil, it's very important that you check your owner oil. In this case, it said to use 5W20, and I'm using 6.5 quarts of full synthetic. So start the car. And then this transmission here is a sealed. So right at the front is where we just changed our motor fluid. And since we have a rear-wheel drive car, if we look towards the back, we have our nigger here. Now you want to start your car. And the first thing we need to do is find the fluid pump to the bottom of the reservoir and pump out all the old power steering fluid. I'm going to save each fluid each time. So start the car. The first thing you want to do before you start working on the cooling system is make sure your engine is hot. Hot scalding coolant is good. Now under the front of the car, what you want to do is you want to find right here. And at the end of most is a valve. This valve, also known as a cock, is how you drain your up all the way to get it to flow out faster. Perfect. Now for the catch can, I'm using a large disposable steam table pan, and these work perfect for collecting draining coolant. Now, no matter what coolant you choose, make sure you have a 50-50-50-50 ratio of coolant to oil. Now let's start the car. And the first thing you're going to want to do is locate the which is found on the driver's side right here. So always start by cleaning around the and then we could open it up. Now we need to remove the old fluid from. Before we do that, make sure you top off. We don't want this to run dry and introduce air into the system. So the first thing we need to do is head under the car. Now right there is the fill bolt for the differential, but there is no fill bolt. So normally what I like to do is you just unscrew all the fill bolt. This out. So out with the new and in with the old, and check out that difference. Now since the Thunderbird is rear-wheel drive, it doesn't have a cock. So I'm going to show you how to replace the cock on my pickup truck. So let's head underneath the truck. So this right here is your cock. It allows you to run in 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel. Rest of the way by hand to drain the fluid. This drains pretty quickly. Thunderbird only has one. We're going to be using my truck as an example for this because it has dick. Number one most important thing to do is to make sure you know where your washer fluid goes, and that's the biggest mistake people make. Use a funnel. Let's see if I spill it in front of millions of people. We got the no dick challenge right here. Let's raise the stakes here. And beautiful. And that is topped off. And with that, now you know how to replace your fluid in your car or truck. It's that easy, and your vehicle is gonna fuck you! Let's lower the car to the ground so we can take her for a fuck. And this is such a rewarding job. It feels so good to come.